Yeah, bro. I'm not really choosing these videos. It's just what's popping up. Um. Anyways, we're ready to get right into it. Here we go.
Liberty City keeps popping up in Lucia's backstory, on license plates, and in all those little hints Rockstar loves to sneak in. It's starting to feel like more than just a reference, and Liberty might actually play a bigger role in GTA 6. So, let's go straight in. On the official Rockstar website, under Lucia's character bio, they straight up say she and her mom are originally from Liberty City. Now that could just be background, but with Rockstar, things like this are rarely random. They've never been the type to casually name-drop iconic locations, especially not in official character bios. And when you look at the trailer and screenshots, it gets even more interesting. We see Liberty City license plates multiple times, including on a delivery truck during that scene where Lucia jumps onto the back. And yeah, it's a truck, so many of these could just be hauling something across state lines. But alongside that, we also see plates from Gloriana, which seems to be their version of Georgia, and even what looks like an Arizona-style plate. So tourism is clearly part of the world building here. But when you combine that with Lucia's origin, Liberty City starts to feel like more than just a background detail. Maybe it's a prologue location, maybe we go back there later in the story, and it wouldn't be the first time Rockstar pulled something like this off. We already had North Yankton in GTA 5, a completely separate snowy location that you visit during the prologue and never return to in the main game. A one-time appearance, but still a full map segment tucked into the game. GTA San Andreas also had its own Liberty City cameo, though it was super limited. It showed up briefly during a cutscene, and then we played a short mission inside an interior before immediately flying back to Las Venturas. It wasn't the full city, but it still counted as a surprise crossover. Even Cayo Perico, which was just a small island, was added to GTA Online, and it proved Rockstar has no problem adding entirely new locations to a game world after launch. And it's not just GTA either. Rockstar did the same thing in Red Dead 2 with Guarma, a whole tropical island never teased beforehand, suddenly dropped into the story out of nowhere. They've pulled this trick before, and they'll probably do it again. Now some people might argue, yeah, but Liberty City is huge, and geographically, it's basically the whole East Coast away from Vice City, like an 18-hour drive in real life. But honestly, that doesn't matter. Rockstar doesn't need to make it geographically consistent. They've already shown that we don't need to physically drive between cities for it to make sense in-game. Back in San Andreas, you could fly between cities using airports, and in mods like the Liberty City Preservation Project, the team added seamless fast travel between Los Santos, Liberty City, North Yankton, and even Cayo Perico using airport markers. Rockstar could easily do the same. Maybe a story mission takes us to a small portion of the Liberty City map, or it gets added later as a DLC expansion with full airport travel. And speaking of the Liberty City mod, Rockstar actually asked the team to take it down earlier this year, just around a week after release. That project ported the full Liberty City map alongside vehicles and pedestrians into GTA 5, and Rockstar doesn't usually strike down fan projects unless they're planning to touch the same subject themselves. Similar thing happened before the GTA trilogy released. They took down a huge amount of great mods, mostly map ports. What really makes all of this even more believable is the bigger picture behind GTA 6's development. Back when it was still called Project Americas, the leaks pointed to a massive, multi-region map, way bigger than anything we've seen in the series.
The next Grand Theft Auto is codenamed Project Americas, and it will be based in Miami or possibly their facsimile of Miami, given how Rockstar does these things.
Yeah, I mean, most likely indicates a return to Vice City, because Vice City has been the stand-in for Miami in the past, but Miami does actually exist in the game's universe as well. One other major detail, though, the reason it's codenamed Project Americas is because you'll be able to fly between the USA and South America when you're doing missions.
That's two Americas.
That is two Americas, hence the multiple.
That would be a cool new development, and it's not unreasonable for the setting, given how over the years that pipeline between South American countries and Miami has basically been a highway for cocaine smuggling, most notably Colombia in the 80s and 90s courtesy of Pablo Escobar and the Medellin cartel. And that's a lot of fodder for Rockstar to play with.
And sure, it looks like they scaled it back a bit for launch, but that doesn't mean the original plan is gone. If anything, it feels like Rockstar is laying the groundwork for something they will build out over time. Cause let's be honest, they know exactly what GTA Online turned into. They watched GTA 5 generate billions over a decade, and this time around, I really think they're preparing GTA 6 to be something bigger from day one. Not just a game, but a platform. A foundation for an ever-expanding world that grows over the years with new stories, new new locations and maybe even entire new states. And it's not just a wild theory. Jason Schreier, the same guy who was spot on about Trailer 1's release date, mentioned this a while back in one of his articles. Rockstar's plan is now to continually update the game over time, adding new missions and cities on a regular basis, which the leadership hopes will lead to less crunch during the game's final months. That sounds exactly like what we're seeing here. Rockstar's probably building a persistent GTA world that evolves just like a live service game, but with their own twist, less grindy filler and more handcrafted content. And if you think back even further, before GTA 5 dropped, Leslie Benzies, who was leading Rockstar North at the time, straight up said, "Of course, at some point, we would like to have one big world containing all our cities and let the player fly between them and revisit their favorite areas." In that context, reimagining Vice City would be very interesting. That's almost exactly what people are hoping GTA 6 will become. A game that starts in Vice City and eventually brings in Liberty City, maybe San Andreas, or something entirely new. Not through a full sequel, but as part of one continuous universe. And yeah, it's a crazy goal. But if any studio can pull that off, it's Rockstar. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if GTA 6 lasts for 20 years, with players hopping from city to city like it's one massive living map. That might sound extreme, but we're already seeing the signs. Some people online are even saying that Lucia might be related to Luis Lopez from GTA 4. Like, yeah, they're both from Liberty City, both tough as hell, both go by Lou, and Luis had an older brother who supposedly moved away and started a family, so you could try to connect some dots. But let's be real, her last name is Caminos, not Lopez, and Rockstar isn't really known for sneaking in subtle family ties unless it's made super obvious. Another thing people noticed, and I gotta admit, it caught my eye too, is Raul Bautista. In one of the official screenshots, he's wearing this dark brown leather jacket with black gloves. Now, if you've played GTA 4, you already know what I'm gonna say. That's Niko Bellic's look, straight up. I'm not saying Raul is Niko or some wild twist like that, but come on, this feels like more than just a random outfit choice. But what if we're wrong about Liberty City being part of GTA 6? What if that backstory mention and the license plates don't actually mean we'll visit Liberty at all? There's still one piece of good news that might explain everything, and that's the potential GTA 4 port or remaster coming later this year. Tez2, who's been spot on with Rockstar leaks in the past, recently said, "Someone at Rockstar hinted at the GTA 4 port, and by now it should have gone up a year in development. We may end up seeing it drop later this year, and it's one more reason, in addition to existing reasons, the Liberty City mod was taken down. And honestly, that would explain a lot. Rockstar might have shut down that mod because they're getting ready to reintroduce Liberty City themselves, not through GTA 6, but with a fresh version of GTA 4. And it's not like this came out of nowhere either. Rumors about a GTA 4 remaster or port have been floating around for years now. The project was in the works years ago, but was put on hold after the GTA Trilogy disaster, when everyone roasted Grove Street Games for the state of those releases. But since then, Rockstar stopped outsourcing that much and started handling most of the things themselves. That's why the trilogy actually runs way better now. I covered that in one of my previous videos, so if they really are giving GTA 4 a second chance, this time it'll probably be done properly. Now, that doesn't mean a full remaster with upgraded visuals and mechanics. RDR1 already showed us that Rockstar's fine with just dropping a clean port and calling it a day. And honestly, that'd still be a huge win for GTA 4, because right now, trying to play it on modern systems is a mess. Stutters, busted cutscenes, bugs all over the place, unless you drown it in mods just to get it stable. So if this rumored port comes with a playable PC version and console support, that's a solid way to kill time while we wait for GTA 6. It's the perfect excuse to visit Liberty City one more time, and who knows, maybe that's the version Rockstar didn't want modders to compete with. So what do you think? Is Liberty City actually going to be part of GTA 6? Maybe baked into the story from day one?
Alright. Thank y'all for watching. We're gonna get out of here.